Hooray! Ooh, I have some gambling to do. Gambling. Ooh, 200 coins! What a rip. Oh, I got a rare. Is that the super rare that I got straight? Good job, me. Awesome. We're gonna keep our current costume. That was what was requested. And I will always keep the requests if I could possibly do so. No, that's not how I do it. Oh, there we go, flip side. So yeah, some people are requesting that I have a look at some of the flip sides. I'm going to do like one every set of levels, you know? From now on. Not going to go back, can't be bothered with that. And you know, if there's demand, I'll 100% this, but probably not. I have some more ideas for some kind of chill LPs that we can do. That I'm excited about doing. And not even chill, just interesting LPs. That wouldn't go that great if it was me and T, but I can do quite well on my own. That's not to say that T is never, T is always an asset and makes everything better for my LPs, for sure. But, equally, there are some LPs where, not necessarily I'm better on my own, but coordinating our resources between each other probably isn't necessary for it to be acceptably interesting. So one of them is probably going to be an Iron Man run of Fire Emblem Awakening. I've done this actually once before in my life, and I kind of want to do it again, because now 3DS emulation is a lot better than it was. And I'm kind of much happier dealing with that than I used to be. Because one of the big concerns was always going to be ooh, I forgot to equip my armor. Whoops. Oh god damn it. Get off me. Oh no, I only have 1 health. There's a good chance I might die on this. Which is pretty hilarious, but also like... yeah, I don't have the thing that you're meant to have, which is armor. Oh, there he is. And over we go. This shouldn't be too hard to beat, I don't think. And over the top. Yeah, we won't get the full HP thing, but that's okay. too bad. Oh, there's no heart thing? Okay, that's cool. I forgot about that, so I didn't need to worry about my health at all. But I should remember to equip my armor again. So actually, I watched the Zero Punctuation review of this game, and you know, I enjoy the series. I like it. I think Yoshi does interesting things with his reviews. But I do think one of the most interesting things he talked about was like having scoring in games and how it can negatively affect your experience. He says it in much shorter terms than I will, and probably examines it a little bit less. Probably says it a bit better, but that's what he's getting at. And you know, he's like, I don't really like Yoshi's Island that much because of the scoring system in it. Which I actually find very, very interesting, because I have a very, very similar problem. So I recently got Devil May Cry 5, and I found that I just couldn't enjoy the game. I couldn't enjoy playing it. And the reason is because everything is scored, right? So your combos are always scored. And to get the really, really insane things, you need to spend quite a lot of time practicing, time that I don't necessarily have anymore. And you know... Ooh, very cool. It feels a bit like I'm kind of failing, you know? Oh, this is very cool, isn't it? But yeah, so when I'm not... Even if I'm killing everything, right, and I'm not in danger of dying or anything like that, you can still feel like you're losing. Because you're not scoring as highly as you feel you should be. And for some, like, it remains this aspirational thing where, you know, you play hard, you learn everything, and you get a lot better. But for me, like, where I am now, it's just, you're not as good as you used to be. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And I get a lot of this LP is actually just me lamenting that I was once good at video games. And I promise that's true. I promise I'm not exaggerating. I was once quite okay at these things. But that being said, I do think it's an interesting concern, right? Making a player feel like they're winning. I didn't really follow that, so... Well, I got owned really, really hard. Oh well. Should have been paying more attention to the game and less attention to my whining. And so yeah, to an extent, I guess. I think I do prefer single-player experiences where, you know, you can just play through to the end and not really worry too much. And I can divorce myself from the scoring in this game a fair bit because of the LP. And because I go, you know, for time I don't need to worry about ensuring I get absolutely everything. And it's a good place to be, you know? And I think that's a real advantage of the LP format, actually. When you use the constraints of the format itself to deal with your worst impulses. And yeah, like, LPing is just something I've really enjoyed doing this past couple of years. Explains why I'm doing so many right now, and why I've got so many in my head. And I'm very, very excited to do Fire Emblem Awakening, because Awakening is probably my favourite ever game on the 3D. It's definitely my favourite game on the 3DS. I know an LP was done of it a few years ago in screenshot format, but I think that doing an Iron Man style LP of the game will really... has a real shot of bringing it some character that isn't lacking from the game, but would make it certainly interesting from the perspective of a second LP. And that's kind of what we're always focusing on doing, which is trying to make LPs which are somewhat unique in what they do. In this case, I don't have to be unique because I'm the first one, so haha, I'm the best. Huh, interesting. So we need to get the key down there, yeah. It doesn't seem like I've missed anything obvious, does it? How very strange. Can I rebound something off the wall, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. That's really clever. That's really, really clever, actually. There's a hole. Look at that. Up we go. Aha! You can't hide anything from me, game. I know your tricks. Okay, I get it. And then we throw that, and that should work. Yep, that works. I'm very, very smart. I do like the attempts they made, actually, to not have the generic kind of levels in this game as well. Hey! Like, you haven't had Fire World, Ice World, Desert World, Boss, right? You've got all sorts, like Ninja World is a great one. I think that's really cool. So I'm appreciating that. I think there's a lot of variety in this game. A lot of thought has gone into making these things as different as they can be. Behind the Shoji, okay. Isn't Shoji some sort of game? Might be. Well, I don't really know. I'm not that smart. It might be like one of those curtain thingies. Yeah, it looks like it's one of those screens. This is really clever, actually. So, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong and Tropical Freeze had something like this as well. They're silhouette stages, which is really, really beautiful. Oh, god damn it. Huh, interesting. Oh, I understand how you're meant to get to that. That makes sense. Oh god, that's really like I hate it, but it's clever. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so they've done a really good job with the auto-scrollers in this game, just being, I think, so different to what you'd normally expect to see. Crap out of eggs. Yeah, that one I missed just then must have been... Okay. Sorry guys, the reason I'm not talking that much is because I'm concentrating quite a bit at this point. To try and get everything right. Oh, what? Of course. Okay, yeah, so I'm less of a fan of this one. Because it looks like it's kind of a repeat level where there's a lot you need to know in advance to be able to get everything. And I appreciate, you know, this is the kind of game where you can do that and it's probably okay because it's a score-based game, but equally it's kind of frustrating to go through the first time because you don't really know what's going on. And I always feel like levels should aim for somebody going through the first time to have a good shot of being able to know what's up, you know? So, the dinosaur as well, for example, was excellent. Because that gave you just enough time to react to everything there. Whereas I don't feel this one really did with all the issues it has around you being able to see anything. Oh, there's one more. Okay. what we're going to do here is we're going to pick out some more gifts. And then once that's done, I think I'm going to call it. The reason being is, again, getting back to shorter episode lengths now. Also because this is not when I usually record either. I got the super rare again because I'm amazingly lucky. Amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We will continue on in Ninjarama next time, and this time, of course, we will devote to costumes, because I'll be here, and able to respond to your things by the time this goes out. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all next week.